Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play King's Bounty: The Dark Side with our little orc. We cannot go back, so the only thing we can do is get everything we can get our hands on. That are the eggs. These are the eggs of spiders, actually. That means we can hatch spiders out of these eggs, and that is a very cheap way to get troops without having access to any buildings or shops where you normally buy creatures. The troll is no longer available to us as the way there is blocked, and yeah, this one is very strong. We have no intention to fight at the moment because that is no good for us. We are grabbing every egg we can. I have the feeling that we'll need them. Either we need the eggs or we need the money out of the eggs, but we will see about that soon. So, there are no treasures here. I could really use some good items. I was informed that it is extremely, difficult with the orcs to get out of the beginning of the game. That is because the orcs do not have any good offensive spells. We have haste and slow, and we have no way to replenish our troops. For example, with the demoness, you can hypnotize and then sacrifice troops, for example, or sacrifice your own troops to get other troops up and running. We cannot do that as an orc. As an orc, we're stick with what we have here. These troops and perhaps the spiders or snakes that we get out of the eggs. Depends on what kind of snakes and spiders we're getting. Oh, crystals. Crystals are welcome. Crystals are extremely welcome. So if any of you has any tips for me, anything you think you can do better, please inform me. So I was informed that I could start again and try to get more of these ones here, because what the troll sells as third troop is random. So I took the orcs, but you can also get orc veterans by any luck, or you can go furious goblins, which would be nice, and we don't have that luxury. So spider eggs, ooh, crystals. So many crystals, but we have no ability or no skill to put any spells into our spell book, sadly. And I was also informed that my good old heal is no longer working, because the spell heal that we have as a scroll does only work on good creatures. And guess what? Orcs are not good creatures, not even close. So, no healing for us. That makes it even harder to play orcs. But I'm up to the challenge, I guess. And my last rescue would be Slickrounder. He is a genius when it comes to this game, and if I find no solution, maybe he does. There is the idea of using more troops that you can control, send them into battle and let them take the damage and let them get killed. But I would only go to that if I have no other choice. Although it's a good idea. But it is very hard to control. Oh great, now they're all after me. Just what I needed. More trouble coming my way. Yeah, we can't go there. We can't go nowhere. Won't you please come with me, dear blue snake? Getting these blue snakes would actually help a lot, because these blue snakes are really good. There's 3 types of snakes. The green ones, which are poisonous, the red brown ones, which are the normal ones that have no special ability except their normal snake bite over 1 square distance. And then there are the blue ones, the royal snakes. They're very hard hitting and very good at taking damage. I think they have 60 life points or something in that. And they're really, really good. I totally like them. With the spiders, you've seen the fire spiders. They're quite good. Then there are the poisonous spiders, there are the undead spiders, and there are the normal cave spiders. And yes, I think we have taken everything we can here. I think that one there is not takeable. Or is it? It is. Okay. But I think now... Oh, no, we have not. There's still some left. Damn it, Boris, what's wrong with you? You're leaving good eggs behind. But now we have everything. Okay. That sounds strange outside. A little bit Arabic, maybe. So, don't worry, we're in center of Germany. As far as I know, there are no hostiles here. At least that's what I hope. So, that spider is, for example, a poisonous green spider. No worries here. And no treasure here. Really bad. Do we want to fight that? Deadly? No, we do not. So... The head of a sleepy dwarf appears in the window of the sentry box. Well, 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 who do we have here? Whoa, may I be struck with heaven's hammer. You are an orc. Open the gate, dwarf. Why should I do that, I wonder? We have a respectable underground kingdom, and we don't need any orcs here. Your arms are blood-stained up to your knees. I have no blood on my arms, dwarf. I'm just a wanderer who has to come to your kingdom, since I know that you have always remained neutral. I'm not so sure, big orc. Your race reputation is as bad as it gets. What if you fight with someone and beat them dead? Who will be to blame then? Right, Kiri the guard, because he let you in. No way. You'd better stay where you are. Tell him about your miseries. The dwarf quietly weeps away an uninvited tear. Oh dear, I see you had a life full of trouble, green-skinned creature. All right, you may pass, but I expect no trouble from you. We are very strict with peacebreakers here. We size them, we scuff them neck and kick them out into the streets. So, behave properly. The royal castle is quite near, behind the gate to the left, across the bridge with the red lights. I promise I won't cause any trouble, guard. I don't think we can keep that promise. We are orcs. Never give up. Always look for the treasure. Yeah, well, but I think there is no treasure here. But you'll never be sure, you'll never be sure. Trust Boris. Maybe sometimes there is something. Aha. Woohoo! 6 crystals. Welcome, welcome, welcome. No special caves. Nothing. Cannons. Oh, what would I give for a good dwarven cannoneer? Armory. Nothing here. Well, see, that's the king. Invincible. We don't know what his army is, but it is far beyond ours. Hope he will not fight us. Greetings, wanderer. I'm Gweridigger, ruler of Dragandor. Orcs don't come often, although the ages-long neutrality of my wonderful kingdom attracts all sorts of hustlers. What's your name? My name is Bagir the Hase, and I've come to your kingdom from Tristram, O great chief of the small dwarfs. Tell me now, Bagir, why did you come to Dragonor? Why couldn't you just have passed by? Well, we're honest to him. Now I understand. Yet another dog-poor refuge with the chase on his tail. First a demoness, then a vampire. Now this. Why, oh why do decent industrious dwarfs, or at least elven chivalers, never travel to Dragondor? Wait, Chief Digger, you said that you have other exiles here before me? Precisely. A demoness and a vampire. Can you imagine? That bloodsucker makes my flesh crawl. And I had to give them shelter. Nothing can be done about that. It's tradition. But I strictly ordered them to stay away from any kind of vile spellcraft, otherwise they will be deported, kicked out of the kingdom. Perhaps I should pay them a visit. Where did you say where they're staying? In Old Bomley's Dragonback Inn. Where else? Cross the bridge, then go left and follow the wooden stairs. Any other dwarf wouldn't let them even come close, but for Bomil, anything with money can smell bad. Right, in Bomil's Inn. I have to go. Listen, here, you bloke. I told them I'm telling you now. You can stay here in my kingdom as long as you like. There is no extraction from Dagomir at Dragondor. But if I hear you doing filthy spellcraft or other vile things, you'll pay for it, dearly. Am I making myself clear, Orc? Crystal clear, Chief. And we get a level up. Sadly, very, very little blue runes. We could go for glory. The problem is, what will it help us? We have a leadership of 405, so 2% will be only 8 leadership. No use here. We could go for anger. Rage increase. Sounds not bad. We could go for this. Initiative and attack. Can we go for this? We have no need for... Could get that. But that's a dead end. We cannot pay this. Rest time between using rage abilities for Orc decreased. We could go that way, but we'll see that later on. Never spend runes unless you totally have to. That's my motto. And if it's right what I've heard about the difficulty of the upcoming battle, we better be prepared. We have 5,870 gold. That's a lot. Dragonback's Inn. Welcome to Bromil, the Old's Inn, where any traveler can find shelter, food and hospitality regardless of their race, sex or religion. Hello, Bomley. I'm Bagir, Hase from Tristram. Come on in, Bagir. I hope you don't get bored in my inn. By the way, I already have some guests you'll find interesting to talk to. One is a demoness from Atricus. The other is a vampire all the way from Portland. Sounds like alcohol. He's a noble gentleman. You can tell that right away. Really? I'd like to talk to them, Bomil. Bomil the Old accompanies you into a back room, where the demoness and the vampire that you have heard so much about are resting. The elegant demoness stands up and scratches out her hand for a shake. Look, Master de Morton, our numbers have grown. Well, my friend, sit down at our table and be our guest. Kiss the demoness's hand. The demoness secretly wipes her hand. Oh, you're a real gentleman, I see. Now tell us about yourself, my friend. Tell me first about yourself. You're right, my friend. I didn't say it, but my name is Neolin. Where do I start? I was born in the year 314. That says nothing because we do not know what year it is. Of the fourth cycle according to the demonic chronology. I'm a screwhorn on the demonoscope. Half an hour later. And I tell Bastet, no, my dear, those are my horn pieces. They were my present for my 77th birthday. Another half an hour later. And Paka says, if you play footsie with every demon, no one will ever take you for his wife. And I answer, One more hour later, and I broke my nail when I was scratching out his eyes. Can you imagine that? It hurts so much. Listen, maybe you can tell us about your life later. Well, if you're not interested. Anyway, several days ago humans attacked my native Atricus. At first we didn't make much of it, thinking it was someone's prank. What are those Somas really able to do anyway? But there were too many of them. Our army, commanded by Lord Thundermaw, was defeated in battle. We gathered another, made up for every demon able to wield weapons, and attacked the transgressors again. Our second army was defeated too. It looked like someone's special magic helped the humans. Otherwise, I can't explain how they managed to gain the upper hand over us. Maybe they were capable and you were not? What's worse, some demons defected to the humans, attracted by promises that they would be spared and even given power over those who didn't want to submit. That was too much for me, and I decided to take my heels and escape Atricus. I thought I would wait here in Dragondor until the turmoil was over. That's where I met the master and then you. I see. And what's your story, vampire? The vampire, who before was silently listening to your conversation with Neolin, making no attempts to interfere, only warming in his hand a glass full of some suspicious red liquids, lifted his eyes. Let me introduce myself first. Dart de Morton, vampire. Our fair companion always calls me master, which is undoubtedly wrong, since I've only taken my first timid steps in the high art. I won't bother your intellect. Do we have intellect? We're an orc. I mean, look at us. With any details of my life, my turning or my undead. No doubt it's an interesting story, but I will tell some other time, in a more favorable atmosphere. I only want to say that my story is in general similar to that of our lovely companion. For a long time we, the non-living inhabitants of Portland, have maintained an unwilling neutrality which was not violated by anyone. They don't come in our half of the island, and we don't kill more than one virgin per month. What do you need virgins for? The vampire pays no heed to your remark. About a month ago they started to violate the border. Single peasants were the first to come, and we took care of them without any problems. Then there were armor-clad heroes armed with aspen stakes. Those things are really very nasty when you get too close. And today, under the cover of light, they attacked the cemetery where my servants were resting. All my loyal servants perished from the aspen stakes of the vengeful crowd. I decided not to wait for the vengeful crowd to come to me, and left my family castle as I was, taking only true sword with me. And now I'm here, in Dragondor, relying on the mercy and traditions of the dwarf people. Dwarfs, pah! Back in the day, it would be disgusting to use a dwarf, even if I was dying of starvation. But, sir, now you know our stories, we would like to hear yours. Tell them your story. The demoness and the vampire carefully listen to your story, sometimes asking questions to clarify. When you finish, a disturbing silence hangs over you, only broken by Dart de Morton. That's absolutely clear to me, that things are happening to us are but fragments of a bigger puzzle that I failed to put together. The vampire continues his speech. I doubt you would dispute that the great balance between the light and the dark in this world is disturbed. Someone or something titled the balance in the light's favor, and all of the paladins, witch hunters, demon slayers, and other riffraff of the light have gained an advantage over us, those who don't worship the light. If we do nothing, they will try to tilt the balance of power even more to their side by destroying the likes of us. It's evidential to me that our meeting here in Dragondor is not accidental. Something or someone gathered us here to have us, so different and alike at the same time, restore the disturbed balance between the light and the dark. The vampire suddenly changes the subject of conversation. What do you know about Dragondor, my friends? I thought so. Then listen. When I studied necromantic science, I spent a lot of time on the basics of magic. That makes one mage the dark or the light. What's the key difference between the destructive chaos magic of the dark and the restorative order of the light? That's what I managed to learn from ancient manuscripts. Here we go. Two transcendent entities look after our world spirits or gods, if you want. One of them, the spirit of light, protects those of the light. The second one, the spirit of darkness, protects those of the dark. This is a trivial example of deocentric dualism, if you want to put it that way. I have no idea what he's talking about. I don't know where the spirit of light dwells. Perhaps that's told in some book, The Wizards of the Light, that I didn't have access to. But I know exactly where the spirit of darkness can be found. The dragon on those remains the entire underground city was built is not just a dragon. He was the great dragon of chaos, the bodily incarnation of the spirit of darkness. Uh-oh, so that went wrong. Many centuries ago, he fell in a battle with the ununited armies of the light. And you ask where the balance was broken. Well, you're standing on the remains of the dragon of darkness. But the spirit of darkness didn't perish when the shell of his body was destroyed. He escaped into the darkest corners of the underground, where no one could find him. Since the victors has bricked up all the passages leading there, it was precisely when the global balance between light and dark was disturbed. The spirit of light was waiting all of those centuries for his victory to be secured. But the spirit of darkness, weakened and locked up underground, continues his resistance even in his incarnation, supporting the forces of his loyal followers. And then the spirit of light decided to take an unusual step of destroying all those loyal to the dark. That's what I propose to all of you. We can allow the plan of the spirit of life to be implemented. Otherwise, it would mean the end of our world as we know it. In this world, a new order will reign, and there will be no place for us. We who love freedom, who are brave, who are not confined by the narrow bounds of morality and law. I'm asking you, are you with me? What do you suggest we should do, Death Shaman? We must find a passage to shelter of the spirits of darkness and free him. The Dragondoor dwarfs guard the passage beyond all doubt, but 3 of us can defeat the sorties. Are you with me? I'm with you, vampire. What about you, Fair Demoness? I'm with you, my friends. I've dreamed of doing something like this, extraordinary and heroic, since I was a child, but I was always too busy. I suggest we seal our intention with an inviolable oath. Let's take a blood oath. I have a large sword with me. Draw the scimitar. Neolin bears her wrist, and a tinkle of her smoothing blood down the razor-sharp blade. The wound skins cover over before your eyes. There the Morton bears his wrist. The black vicious liquid stains the noble blade. Embraced with your new friends. The scene of dark creatures unifying is touching, but Bomley the Old interrupts when he appears with a tray of food and at the most inappropriate moment. What is this mess? All of the walls are covered in blood. What's the big idea? Doing dark magic and staining the wallpaper? Get out of my inn, all of you! Shut up, innkeeper. You've brought us something to eat, so bring us something to drink too. Don't poke your nose in where it doesn't belong. The innkeeper flits his hands and runs away, but you can hear him grumbling behind the wall. I'm not going to let this go. I'm filing a complaint with the city guard. I think we'd better gobble up the food. No sooner do you just the lamb flanked with garlic sauce and uninvited guests appear in the doorway again. Bomley the Old with his guard, whom we talked at the gate. Well, I warned you all today, didn't I? If you perform any black magic or other wild things, then you'll be kicked out of Dragondoor. So follow me, all of you. What black witchery? What magic? The guard sweeps his hand around the room, which really does look a little bit bloody after your ritual. And then what's this? No doubt it's evil sorcery. So get out from behind the table and follow me to the guard station. What magic? What are you talking? We just decided to make the design of the room a bit more interesting. Nobody understands creative people. You're not allowed to do that anyway. Look at these innovative designers. We know all the likes of you. Get up from behind the table, I say, and put your hands where I can see them. The guard pulls a black club made of an unknown material from his belt and punts your kneecap hard with it. Here, take this. Well, Shorty, you asked for it. Friends, flee to the Black Gate. I hold back the dwarfs. Okay, dwarfs. An enemy guard, an enemy hero, you could say. He has attack 2, defense 4, intellect 1. So he's not a great caster. He has only 10 mana, but we have 10 mana too. So no advantage there for us. That is a dwarf. 75 health points. That's a lot. He has run, so he can move a little bit more. He does good damage. Very low leadership. Level 3. He's good against physical damage. Uh-oh. And he's doing critical hits when he's wounded. Okay. What else do we have? Underground attack bonus. Oh, perfect. Okay, very important thing is we keep away from that cursed cross, because that cursed cross can really do terrible things to us. That is a special obstacle that can, on one hand, cast bad spells on us or on the dwarves, whoever gets closer, and this thing can do very, very damaging spells. Oh, you're getting right into the traps. Thank you for your attention. Good. Very good. Okay, here's no Counter-Strike because we already used that up. That is bad. So I need to do some damage. Yay, hit it. Try to get out of the enemy's range. If we're any lucky, this guy will be occupied by this cross for a very, very long time. At least that's what we hope. No, he will not, because he will be dead in a second. 1042 damage. That's a hell of a lot. Okay, I tell you what we do. We go there. And then we hit him. Wonderful. Okay. Now the question, what do we want? Good question, good question. Good. You go here and try to make some money. Woohoo! Very impressive. You get me a movement bonus and kill one of the dwarfs. Done. Excellent. Yeah, he will kill himself. Perfect. We only get 50 gold for the battle, but we got a hell of a lot of gold for the guys that we killed, that we looted with our goblins. Goblins are great. Yes, we could have made more money if I was a little bit better, but I'm not complaining. Money is not our main issue. The main problem here is that nobody is selling us anything. Nobody is selling us anything. That's a real mess. No treasure here. No treasure there. I mean, I'm not greedy, don't get me wrong, but I'm using every opportunity I have to get something out of the ground that might help us. This guy's not talking to us. There's no going further since the way is blocked. A rock slide happened there, you see? Where is the rock slide? Oh, there are enemy moving. Oh, and there are items. There are items. Items. And I can't get there. I'm stuck with this here. Ah, crap. Oh, a lift. That's funny. Lift riding is wonderful. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. Gnorri the werewolf. A werewolf? That sounds like more like an evil creature to me. But we'll see. We'll see. Whoa. Who are you? Where are you running from and to? Are you being pursued? And who are you? You don't look like a dwarf. My name is Gnorri. I'm a local werewolf. A local werewolf? Like a local postman? Who are you and where you are hurrying to? My name is Bugger Gnorri, and do you happen to know where the Black Gate is? What do you need it for, Bugger? I have a conflict with the local authorities. Very nice set for an orc. I see, and you think you'll find safety behind the Black Gate? All right, run straight ahead, and you'll see a platform. The Black Gate is right behind it. But remember, it's always guarded. Thank you, Gnorri. Okay. Anything here for us? No. No. No, 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 no. Nothing, 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 nothing. Ah, okay. I say we stop it here and we see each other next time. Until then, bye.